If your car is smoking, there are a few things that could be happening inside your engine. And today, in this video, let's talk about the different types of engine smoke that could be coming out of your car, what could be causing that, and also what are some of the solutions to be able to fix the different types of engine smoke that you might see coming from your car. So the first type of engine smoke that we're going to talk about today is white smoke. So if you see white smoke coming from your exhaust, that's usually an indicator that your engine is burning coolant, or if you don't have coolant in the system, then it is burning water. So the two things that could cause your engine to start burning coolant or water are the head gasket. The head gasket is basically a seal that sits between the top of your engine and the bottom end of your engine, and that seal runs across from one end of the engine to the other. And sometimes a head gasket can fail for reasons like overheating, but that can cause water or coolant to start seeping into the combustion chamber, and then you're going to see that come out as white smoke in the back of your car. Basically, how you can tell whether it's coolant or water that's being burnt is through the smell. So if you have coolant, you're going to get like this sweet smell coming from the exhaust when you see that white smoke. But if it's just burning water, then it's just going to be white smoke. And also when your head is removed from your engine, you're going to find that the pistons are cleaned. And that's basically because it was steam cleaning itself with that water that was burning inside the combustion chamber. So that's the first type of smoke that you will see on your car. That's white smoke. So if you see white smoke, then you've got a blown head gasket. And also in other cases, it could be that you have a cracked cylinder block, or even in the cylinder head itself, the passages where the water is supposed to be running along the cylinder walls could be cracked, and it's allowing some of that coolant or that water to get into the combustion chamber. So that's another reason why your engine might be burning coolant. So the easiest way to identify this is you'll be able to see that you're losing coolant from your radiator or even in the reserve tank, but you can see that around your engine there is no leakages. When you look on the floor or you look anywhere around the engine, there's no leakages, but you're getting that white smoke, and you can see that the coolant level is going down. And also the white smoke, like I said in the beginning, is going to be a sign that your engine is burning coolant or water in your cooling system. The other type of smoke that you might see coming from your car is black smoke. And black smoke is an indicator that your car is burning too much fuel. And when your car is burning too much fuel, that's basically an indicator that either your injectors are stuck open, or they're just supplying too much fuel for different reasons. And it also could be a sign that your air filter is blocked, because if not enough air is getting into the engine, then more fuel will be supplied than there is air, and then there will be that imperfect balance of the mix, and that will present itself as black smoke coming from your engine. This is very common on diesel engines. A lot of times people quickly go to trying to replace injectors and stuff like that, when you find that it might just be a blocked air filter. So with diesel engines, when you see diesel engines smoking a lot, that is a sign that the injectors are supplying more fuel than there is air available. So if you see black smoke coming from your car, you might need to address an issue with your injectors, or try and see and make sure that your air filter is clean, and that should be able to solve your problem of seeing black smoke coming out of the exhaust. The third type of smoke that you might see coming from your exhaust is a blue smoke, and this one is very light blue, and this is normally caused by your engine burning engine oil. So if your engine starts to burn engine oil, that could be an indicator that you have worn out piston rings. Your piston rings are there to make sure that your engine has good compression, to make sure that combustion happens efficiently. So if your piston rings start to get worn out and they no longer hold the pressure inside the cylinders, underneath the pistons there is oil that is squirted, and oil also runs along the cylinder walls. So if your piston rings lose compression and they're not able to hold on the sides of the cylinder walls, then that oil gets into the engine and then ends up being burnt, and you will see that as blue smoke coming from your exhaust. Another reason why your engine might be burning oil is the valve seals or valve stem seals. Basically, these are seals that sit at the top of the valves to make sure that as oil comes to the head and it's lubricating, the valves and the camshafts at the top, it doesn't seep into the combustion chamber because the valves are actually open and close inside the cylinders. So if the valve stem seals get damaged, then they can allow oil to seep from the top into your combustion chamber as your engine is drawing air inside, and that can cause the oil to get burnt and then get pushed outside as that blue smoke. The final thing that also allows oil into the cylinders is what is called the PCV valve. So the PCV valve is supposed to vent pressure from the crankcase, because there is a little bit of pressure that bypasses the piston rings. Even on a good set of piston rings, there's a bit of pressure that bypasses the piston rings, and it goes down into the crankcase and then eventually flows back up into the head. So what the PCV valve does is it relieves that pressure in the system, and it's supposed to go out into the intake. So with the PCV valve, if the PCV valve is damaged and is stuck open, it can excessively draw pressure from the system and end up also pulling oil from the head into the intake. Exhaust smoke can be something that's very difficult to diagnose. So I always advise that if you have some smoke coming out of your exhaust, just get a professional mechanic to have a look at it, because sometimes you have situations where you have two different types of smoke that end up mixing and giving you different colors from the back. And also, some fixes can be very expensive. So imagine diagnosing that your piston rings have failed and spending thousands of kwacha when all you needed to do was change a PCV valve or change some valve stem seals. So it's always important that you get a professional mechanic to diagnose the engine smoke coming from your engine. But at the same time, I hope that this video helped for you to better understand what could be happening if your engine is smoking. And yeah, if you want to support the content that we do here, remember you can pick up a Z Gear sticker and also bring your cars here for you to get a professional service and make sure that your cars are always running at peak performance. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until the next one, take care and drive safe.